Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Today I'll be showcasing some clips from the community. So today's community clips were sent in by Sir Monaco and Captain Cankle. We'll be starting off some clips from Sir Monaco. He is a 1.4 billion mite account that is going to be doing some rally trapping today. He's going to be showcasing that you don't need to be a tiny rally trap nowadays to get hit. All you gotta do is know how to bait and be able to do it properly. So he's gonna be taking a bunch of hits in his monster hunting gear. So the first one coming in is gonna be a range blast. I believe he was already sitting in infantry, so it was pretty easy for that one. But like I said, you don't need to be very small to be a rally trap anymore. All you gotta do is know how to bait. That's either not running an ante, being in a kingdom where people just will rally anybody, and maybe just sitting in your monster hunting gear and taking a bunch of hits in those, having a little bit more troops than a normal rally trap would, and basically trap them that way, because you can get a ton of kills the way Sir Monaco is doing it right now. Basically all he's doing is sitting in his monster hunting gear, basically trying to counter rallies, or as you've seen in other ones like, Start to Panic, he lets them just basically hit like inf on inf, range on range, cav on cav, take a little bit more damage, but still capping the rallies, still not taking crazy amounts or full counters or anything like that. So it's a legit way to actually rally trap nowadays. So anyways, the second rally is going to be coming in here. It's an infantry rally. They are still carpeting, so I think they might think he's online or something like that, because there'd be no reason to carpet or rally if the target's offline, unless you're really trying to zero him very quickly and make sure he doesn't get online. I guess there's always that. So anyways, was able to get the counter off on the second one. Yeah, did that guy hit in mixed gear, or did he actually swap afterwards? I'm not sure what he was doing, but yeah, so I think he might have hit him in mixed gear? I don't know. That seems like more damage than a mixed gear rally would do, but I'm not sure. So anyways, 1.4 mil on that one. No walk back or anything like that. Did get their leader back. I'm not sure if they used the bunny or the Hellge Rider on that one, but going to be taking another rally. So they did get reset on again here. So Mr. Stain is going to be going in there next. If you're ever in the situation, like I said, just make sure you have everything set up. I don't know if he had his correct talents on for all this or not, but you're basically trying to minimize your losses while still capping the rally and not letting them know you're online. Yeah, so I believe he was in the wrong talents. So if you're ever rally trapping, make sure you check your talents, make sure you check your wall, make sure you know what formation you're in, and if you're going to be planning on swapping to your warrior, make sure you're ready to do that. But in this situation, obviously that wasn't one of the things. Also, make sure you're in a Fury if you need those Fury boosts, because again, the Fury boost is really, really good for rally trapping. And if you're a rally trap, you can go into Fury because you're going to be taking rallies anyways. That's literally the point of a rally trap. So anyways, so the next rally is about 8 seconds away. So same thing, just make sure you get the counter off or whatever you're planning on doing. If you want to take it inf on inf, do that. If you want to basically counter it, do that as well. So let's see what they're sending the last rally here. It is a cab rally. They are carpeting very quickly, so I think they really believes online. I think he got that swap literally last second and was able to get that off. By the way, how many of you guys play on computer? Because like trapping on computer looks way harder than it does on mobile. Because on mobile, I can just click the buttons with my fingers, use 2 fingers. There's none of that like move the mouse over here, move it over here. It's just click, 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 click. So obviously it's much easier. But how many of you guys actually do this on computer? Because it looks like it takes a lot more skill to do it, and it looks just like way less efficient if you're actually doing it. So anyways, was able to get the counter off on there. 1.2 mil. It's kind of a noodle on this one. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, I guess there wasn't a lot of tier 5 in the rally. It's only 700k, so but the guy does have pretty good gear. Yeah, good mythic gear and all that stuff. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next clip that was sent in by Sir Monaco. This was in KVK. So the first rally lead looks like he's gonna be going against Pennywise here. Again, he is just basically running no ante and just sitting there hoping someone will scout him and then rally him. That's the easiest way to get rallied as a larger account. Holy crap, how big is he right now? Is he 2.2 billion might? What the hell? So I guess he's a little bit bigger in this clip. But yeah, basically all he's doing is basically just not running an anti in KVK, and then all the people come for him. So the first rally lead's coming in right now. Pennywise going Cav, it looks like, on that one. Let's take a look in there. Yeah, so he was setting infantry, did let him counter him. You can see his comp is quite a bit bigger with almost 5 million of each tier 4. This is obviously the issue with letting them counter you. You're still going to take a ton of damage. Doesn't really matter how good and how many troops you have. If you get countered, you're taking like 5 mil damage. It's just how it is nowadays. If you don't have a really good comp, it could be more than 5 mil damage, and obviously with almost 5 million of each tier 4, that's a lot of troop damage that you have, so you're still taking 5 mil on that. Again, he's not sitting in his war gear or anything like that either, but it is what it is. So he's sitting in his monster hunting gear. Next coalition's coming in. He's actually going to throw in his war gear. He kind of put it on a little early there. So he swapped back, and they swapped back again, and then he's just going back and forth. So hopefully he actually got it on, and he didn't take too much damage on the counter, but I believe they actually, yeah, they definitely saw his gear swap on there. And as a 2 billion might, yeah, that kind of happened. So the other option, like in this situation, is don't throw your war gear on. Just take, let's say if they send a Cav blast, just switch to Cav, take a little bit extra damage, and then swap back, and hopefully they don't notice is pretty much what you need to do. You can let them maybe counter you the first time, but maybe not the second time and third time. Anyways, next coalitions are coming in. Is Cav Rally now speeding in here. Again, this was in KVK as well. He's 1.4 billion. Is this the same account? Because I'm so confused. His might is just going all over the place here, so I'm not sure if this is the same account or not. Anyways, so it looks like he was able to get the counter off. Actually, no, it looks like he took, I think, Cav on that one. I think that's what was going on in this one. Let's double check. Yeah, no, he's an infantry wedge, so the guy sent infantry? What's going on here? Oh, it was Cav. He just noodled it. So it was a Cav blast. I thought it was a Cav, but yeah, so he just took an infantry wedge and the guy noodled it. Didn't do very much damage. So sometimes there are people like that won't do as much damage. Obviously, there's a lot of really good leads out there that you do have to watch out for. So yeah, apparently. Oh, okay. Apparently, an alarm went off in his house, and he was like all like confused on what's going on. So he's, I guess, yeah, he's trying to figure out what's going on at this point. Yeah, so I guess he wasn't paying super attention to this. So let's take a look what happens on the next one here. He's already in his war gear though, so he's gonna swap to Cav. I believe it's another Cav rally though, so we'll take a look and see what happened there. And see what actually what they sent, but I believe it was the Cav rally again. Yeah, so that Cav rally almost did as much damage as the full-on counter there. So let's take a look here, see what sent. 1.2 million tier 5 is quite a bit. Yeah, it was Cav on Cav for that one. Again, it's not the worst thing, because if you're trying to get hit, you do want them to do a little extra damage. He was just, yeah, he was a little obviously not trying to do that, but it is a good way to actually try to bait more hits, because as a rally trap, you're trying to get hit as much, especially if you're a rally trap this size, you're trying to get them to hit you as much as possible. So taking a little bit more damage on a couple hits is actually okay, because you usually have a little bit extra troops. And again, the Sanctuary is saving like 60 to 80% of these troops. Usually after the first couple of rally, it's only 60, but for the first couple, it's actually 80% you're going to get back. So it's really not that expensive. So you might want to actually think about taking a little bit more extra damage on the first couple of rallies, just so you can get a couple more, get a bunch more leaders, and you might even get a big ransom at the end that pays for all your troops in the end, and you got some free kills. So it's actually worth it. So we're going to move on to the next clip. The next clip was sent in by Captain Cankle. So he is one of the smaller rally traps. This is a normal rally trap, might nowadays around 700 mil. It's just because hits kind of walk back nowadays if you're a little bit smaller. And if you want to be a little bit smaller, you're going to have like Pack 5 familiars on your wall to make sure those marches aren't walking back. So if you don't have those Pack 5s, you don't have that 60% counter. When I say full counter, I mean 60%. I'm not talking like the research. Everyone has the research nowadays. So if I'm talking full counter, I'm talking 60% counter. That means with the familiar, with the hero, maybe even having debuffs. These are some things if you want to be a smaller, like have less troops, be a little bit smaller. Maybe not the debuffs because that's 100 mil might. But if you want to be smaller than 700 mil, you're going to have a Pack 5, you're going to have full counter, or these like really good rally leads will walk back from you. They're walking back from my rally trap who's 700 mil, and I have like Mythic Champ on the account. I just don't have Pack 5s on the wall, so that's my only issue. So anyways, so the rally is going to be coming in a couple seconds. He is going to put his war gear on for this one. Again, he's not a massive rally trap that should be taking rallies without his gear on. It looks like a cab rally. I think he's already in range. So going to port there, see how much he actually took from the damage. Again, he's going to change his name right away just so people can't see his gear, I guess. And maybe the bots don't pick it up or something like that. So that's what he's doing here. Going to swap to some fake gear and just port around. He's not in Fury, so it's not like he has to run. They did. Actually, I don't even know if that showed up in the global because it was under 2 mil. So anyways, no reds on that rally. Great job. Again, we'll be taking some more rallies here. We're going to be porting to the corner for these ones. And these are going to be some mixed rallies from the guild, or these leaders. Again, these are not max account leaders. Keep that in mind when you see the mixed rallies. So again, if you're not a max account leader, I'm not really sure if you should be going mixed. You're probably not strong enough, but I will see how much damage this does. Again, it is, and it's mostly tier 4, so the chance of this guy walking back from you is actually quite low. Again, he does have really good gear, don't get me wrong. He's got Mythic Champ and all that, Tempered Mythic Champ, but it's not like the max accounts we see nowadays with max Tempered 12 with 600 artifact stars and all that stuff. So it looks like one of the rallies actually canceled after he put his war gear on. Anyways, yeah, I know why they did. They saw his gear, they're like, oh, okay, it's not worth it. He's probably going to cap the rally. But again, one of the other rallies are still walking. It is the mixed gear one. Again, he's just checking everything, making sure what he should take it in. If I was suggesting you take a mixed rally in anything nowadays, I would suggest taking it in range. That seems to be the best chance of it not walking back, is if you're in range foul. Range wedge is not quite as good, just based on where the infantry in your formation is put. You do not want your infantry way in the back. They're really slow. It takes them a long time to get to the other person's troops, so you'll do less damage overall. Again, sometimes range, you'll take a little bit more damage in mix, opposed to, like, let's say, infantry, but you will be able to cap it much easier. So he took 2.7 from there. Again, still quite a bit of damage. If they had walked back, he would have burned in this situation because they did more than the 2.3 that they sent. But he was able to cap that pretty easily, pop the 70% boost, and he's going to be throwing up the emote as well. So great job to Captain Cankle here. They will be going in for another rally after this, but it looks like they really don't send much tier 5 in their rallies, because that was very little tier 5 for a rally nowadays. I think there was only 250k tier 5 in the whole rally, so yeah, so I guess he's taunting them, saying they can't afford carpets. This is one way to do it. It looks like it is mostly just tier 4 in this rally. It's another mixed rally. Let's take a look at, that's not the guy who's sending the rally, right? Because that would, that's interesting. The guy's not even in his war gear, so could definitely cap that. In this situation, I guess he wants them the carpet. I guess that's what he's doing, because anyways, he could just port away and take the rally right away instead of doing that, because I don't know who the rally is, but I really doubt he needs the attack boost if it's just like a pure tier 4 rally. It's really the tier 5 that makes it hard to cap these mixed rallies with HP, but tier 4 it's super easy, trust me. Anyways, Ken took a little bit of damage on there as well, so was able to cap that rally as well. Again, great job to both rally traps in today's video. I believe they do end up pardoning, or this guild that he actually got the leads from, they do end up parting at the end. So didn't get to keep the leads, didn't get a ransom because they did pardon. So yeah. Anyway, so shout out to both of them for sending in the clips. If you guys have any clips you want to be showcased on the channel, all you gotta do is add me on line. My line is going to be in the description down below. It is Predatorxvx. Send me a message online like, hey, can you showcase my clip on your channel? Send me a YouTube link. I will download it off YouTube. It is the easiest way for me to keep the clips and also just to download them and use them later. Other than that, if you guys are here for the giveaway code, it will be in the top right. If you guys are having problems finding it, I'm not really sure what to say because it's super easy to find, and some people have told me it's too easy to find. So just basically go below the description if you're having a hard time finding it, and that's the only tip I'm going to tell you right now. But people who know it's super easy to find. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.